National Agricultural Seeds Council, Nasc, is the apex regulatory body for the Nigerian seed industry. Nasc is at the center of Nigeria's seed sector as the principal institution for the coordination and implementation of the national seed policy.
As a seed scientist and an expert in quality control, my experience this year indicates that the yield of varieties that are available are very low, and farmers' productivity as a result is actually low. And there is a need to ensure that better genetics and varieties are available in order to prop up farmers' productivity and income. Plant variety protection is a system whereby varieties are protected, breeders are actually encouraged and remunerated, and it's actually a situation whereby intellectual properties, actually the rights are given to plant breeders, and it's actually a win-win situation for breeders, for farmers, for all the other stakeholders, and even the country in general, consumers and everybody. To the country, it means increase in food production, because seed is the beginning of agriculture. You should have very good quality seeds that will yield 10, 15 tons, 7, 8, 9, 10 tons instead of what we have today. If we have seed security, we are going to have food security. So we are going to have more food being produced and productivity is going to increase. And at the end of the day, when there's food security in the country, you know exactly what it means. A lot of good quality food for everybody and peace in the country, because like my people used to say, ti ebiba tikuro ninu ishe bushe. Ishe is poverty. When hunger is eradicated, because hunger is part of poverty. But even if you are poor and you have enough to eat, poverty is actually out of the way. PVP law is actually very important. It's going to enable us to actually participate better in international market, and we'll be able to be a net exporter of food. And that's exactly what happens in other places. Not only food, other agricultural products, raw materials. So we'll be a net exporter of some of this, and we'll be able to compete with some of other African countries like Kenya and Zimbabwe and South Africa. So it's actually a very, very good thing that we must have, and that was why we started since 2017 in order to prosecute this. Because when you look at our farmers and you discover that their yields are very low and they are doing so much and they are getting little. So we have to really put our heads and everything that we have in it in order that we have this PVP system established in Nigeria. It's very, very important for us to protect the crops and all the things that we have in this country. There's a crop called teff in Ethiopia, and before the Ethiopians could wake up, somebody from Britain or somewhere came and actually took it away and patented it. By the time Ethiopians are aware or they wanted to actually patent it, it became impossible because somebody was faster than them. The breeders, farmers and other stakeholders have a way of benefiting immensely from the PVP system. If we start with the breeders have opportunity to earn money from their investment. They will be given intellectual property right over their varieties, and that means a lot of money for them, and investment is going to be increased in breeding. Also, they will be able to do a lot, and a lot of more other breeders who are actually not doing anything will come into the breeding industry, because it's going to be a very, very profitable venture, and very good varieties and genetics will be made available by breeders. So it's a win-win situation for everybody. I actually want to thank all our partners and collaborators that are assisting us to prosecute the PVP system, particularly the Piata group. They have done a lot to assist us to get to where we are, because we started since 2017, and we have done a lot in terms of advocacy, in terms of expert review of the PVP draft law we got from UPOF, a lot of advocacy, capacity building, and the rest of them. Also, we have during the period met with some of our local partners like the SIDAN and the NASG. Today, the draft PVP bill is in the National Assembly, particularly in the House of Representatives. It has passed through the second reading, and we are hopeful that very soon, everything will be done, will be over, and the final thing is going to be the assent to the law by Mr. President. The National Agricultural Seed Council will need a lot of support from government, from interested stakeholders, farmers organizations, the SIDAN, and all the stakeholders in the seed industry to assist us to prosecute this law, because the council alone cannot do it. And because we can't do it alone, a lot is actually needed for advocacy, for sensitization, and for so many things to ensure that the PVP law passes all the necessary hurdles in the National Assembly. I want to thank all the partners who have accompanied us in this journey so far, but the journey is still long. I want to most importantly thank the Honorable Minister that has supported us, and he continues to support us. We want to thank government and all the other stakeholders who have assisted us. But like I mentioned, the journey is very long. So we are calling on all agencies, development partners, government, the Ministry of Agriculture, even the Seed Association of Nigeria, the NASD, and all other stakeholders, because this is not about the Seed Council. It is about the future of Nigeria. It's about the future of even the next generation. It's about the future of West Africa, because like I usually mention, we produce between 60 and 70% of the food being used in West Africa. And seed is the beginning of agriculture. Without seed, you are nowhere in agriculture. So I think on a final note, I want to implore everybody to join hands with the council. Let us join hands together to ensure the smooth passage of the PVP law, because it is for you, it is for me, it is for all Nigerians. Thank you very much.